Okay, today I'm going to show proper technique for the bench press, or how to do a proper bench press technique to avoid shoulder injury, or to avoid pain and problems with the shoulder. Okay, so what I notice is that a lot of people tend to get a real narrow grip when they bench press, and the grip is going to vary from individual to individual, and you can kind of play with that. But I'm going to give you some standards to kind of shoot for. Your arm should be at an angle from your torso. Your arm should be at an angle about, if you look here, okay, about 45-degree angle. It doesn't have to be perfect, but somewhere in this range. You want to make sure of a couple things. You do not want the arm here. You don't want to be making a T, okay, when you're doing a bench press, because that's going to impinge the AC joint. It's almost guaranteed if you put any weight on there, any significant weight, you're going to impinge that joint. So the acromioclavicular joint is called the AC joint. And so we want to be down about there, see, about a 45-degree angle, and again, we're going to press up from there. Another thing we want to make sure is when you're looking from the side, right? So when I bench, right, I've got that angle in my arm that I just mentioned, okay? I don't press straight. If you look now at the angle of my arm, so pretend I'm on my back here, if you look at the angle of my arm, it's forward, right? That angle is going down from your view, but forward if I were on a bench on my back, okay? That's, it puts all the stress on the anterior delt and takes a lot of the stress and you know, the weight off of the pecs, which this is a pec exercise, a pec major exercise primarily, okay? So when you look at the angle of a bench press, it doesn't go straight out, it goes up and forward a little bit. Essentially, you want the arm stacked. The wrist is stacked over the elbow, which is stacked over the shoulder, and so you've got a nice straight line, everything is supported. Your wrist is bladed a little bit, not crazy, but it's bladed a little bit backward so that the bar sits in the palm of your hand, okay? If you're here, straight out, then your thumb is holding the weight, okay? And if you're bladed too much, then you can kind of tweak your wrist. So again, you know, blade it back to where the weight is in your palm, all right? So to review a couple of things, we want to make sure we have that approximate 45-degree angle, and then I'll do it from the front here. We're going to come up, and then we're going to get a nice vertical line with our arms. Key to remember is try to keep your forearms completely vertical or at a 90-degree angle from the floor the entire time. If you do that, then you'll be doing the proper motion for the bench press. You'll avoid shoulder injury. If you have any questions, post them on YouTube. I'll do my best to answer them. Stay strong. See you soon. One quick addendum, one thing I left out that I wanted to add to the video on bench press is when you come down, you should be somewhere at about the bottom of your sternum or the bottom of your pec, somewhere in that vicinity. And as you come up, you're not at the bottom of the sternum as you come up, right? Because we talked about that little arc, okay? So just keep that in mind. Just wanted to add that pointer. See you soon.